trying to get there, aren't I? Hey, are we on?
Are we?
Yes. She never tells me that we're on or not. Welcome, everybody. We are in.
Is he an Amish dog?
Maybe you can't take his picture. Yeah, he's an Amish dog.
He is the prettiest. Look at him. You pretty.
Aw.
Stout.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, pretty.
Hey, I guess everybody knows who I am because you tuned into the channel, but
Introduce yourself.
yeah, it's Incredible Tiny Homes, and we're in Kentucky. We have an Amish partnership, and I've just killed 2 of them, and that's all I got left is their hats. They can't, now they're standing right there watching us, but I can't say nothing. I can't, or they'll kill me. I won't be able to make it home. And but these 2 guys are building this house for us, and they're the Amish. We call them our Amish partnership here in Kentucky. So Amanda and I came up here to give this homeowner a view of her house and what it looks like. And I'm about to go over it and show you. I'd love for these guys to show you and introduce you to them. I'm going to show you their work, what they're doing, and build a confidence in you all to believe in the work that they're doing for us. Yeah. Like I said before last week, any partnership that we bring on has to be good. They have to do the work that we want them to do, because when it leaves here, it's got our name all over it. And I'm responsible for this house no matter who builds it. All right. So I took their hats. They're coming awake right now. But these guys are good guys. You know, everybody in our shop is just about hand-picked. All the men there, they've got a certain temperament that is easy to get along with, and they're easy to tell what to do or mistakes or all that kind of stuff. I'm the same way. And these guys have got that same quality that, you know, us maybe not bringing what we need. This is our first partnership that's away from home. So we've been here, gosh, 5, 6, 7 times, and they've been down there maybe that many too. So we're building this out. We would rather, you know, if these guys could get away from their home and come down and stay for a month, it would probably alleviate a lot of questions that we've had, but they can't do it. So I was willing to work with them and drive back and forth until they could really get everything down. Their carpentry skills are spot on. I can show a little bit your tools you use, maybe? Okay. They're watching the show. They're right behind Amanda, so I wish I could introduce them to you. But they speak German, and I don't like when they speak it German when I'm around them.
Hey, maybe they can teach you German.
They teach me German, yeah. I just need to know a few words in German, and I'll be good.
Kids to teach it to you.
And they've got a truckload of kids out here. You come up here and you think they're going to attack you and just eat you, right? They come out here. So, but they're the cutest little guys. And they run out here in their bare feet. I mean, I'm talking, they're tougher than that dog right there. So it's been good coming up here. Now let me come out there and we'll keep you guys right there. We won't show anything. I want to show you the building that they built. So when we first had a home, they actually came to Tennessee, seen what we were doing, and we, you know, hit it off, and they liked what we were doing. They wanted to invest. Now everybody, they've invested in this building right here.
Yeah.
40 by 60? 40 by 56.
Okay.
So it's a pole barn. He's actually put in about $15,000 just in the structure, not including the concrete, not including the excavating. They've got truckloads of gravel out there that they've done excavating with, and they're still adding on.
I mean, they poured concrete, everything.
They're in this to win it. They're in it. This was built for tiny homes, right? They built this for them. And what's really good is because, you know, in their religion, they don't have cars and stuff. So it's really nice to have a home-based business where they can work out of. And this is perfect. Yeah. And y'all are brother-in-laws, right? Okay, so brother and brother-in-law. Jonathan lives down the street with his wife, right? And he can come up here, and it's just an awesome opportunity for them and us that we can tap into their skill and help us. And like I said, in here, we could probably maybe get 3, 4 homes going after they get going, and they've got a lot of family members that might want to jump in. They got room for growth, is what I thought. But that's how much they've invested their time. So they're not in here just to slap something up. They're in here to do it right. They actually take notes. They ask questions. They're counting every board. They're wanting to learn this thing like I learned it. So they're familiar with everything because they know the faster they work, the more money they make.
Right.
And it helps us and them both, okay?
And that's with all the partnerships too. It's
Yeah.
that the more you learn, the more you know, the more you're familiar,
More efficient,
more
everything.
efficient you become, and the more money you'll make.
So when I got here, the first home, they didn't have this building here. They actually put this up in the last couple months. So that's how much they've invested their time, their money, and efforts in this thing. Now, they've worked with me when I've maybe hadn't bring what they needed and it delayed them. They were good. They had some other work to do. There's always been just a good relationship because neither one of us are going to be perfect in what we're doing, right? If they do something wrong and they got to redo it because we don't know we're on the same page, they just do it and make it right.
Right.
And that's what we need in a partnership until we get this all ironed out. But as you can see, this is the house that a lady bought from us. She wants it to look like our $25,000 model that I built, right? Now, the only thing that they haven't done, and I told the guys, barnwood is a artistic kind of thing, all right? So when you apply barnwood on a house, because it's so different, I brought this barnwood today for them to go through. And I told them, I said, you see these nail holes in here and that big crack down that? You want to leave that.
Yes.
Because that is real barnwood. And then we're going to take this, right? And we're going to cap that piece right there.
Makes it look so pretty.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
We're going to cap that. And you see that nail right there?
Yeah.
We're going to leave that nail, guys. So we're going to leave the nail, that nail we're going to leave, all that stuff. And so I told them, I said, you got to get a little creative with it. Because it doesn't, that's why we charge extra for barnwood. Because you have to actually lay these out like this. Now this red one.
Oh, and just to tell you really quick, the homeowner is on here.
Good. Like, see this red one?
Beautiful.
You have to lay it out here so you can see it. Like I told them this big, there was one in here, Jonathan and I seen, and it is beautiful. And so you lay it out.
Look at that red.
Yep. Now look at this one. You see them deep grooves and these old nail holes and all that stuff?
Yes.
That's what makes barnwood beautiful. Kind of what I've liked is they put these corners on here, and a homeowner, she addressed me, she said, man, it doesn't look like yours.
Right.
Because it doesn't have this, and she's right.
Right.
And they put these on here, and they had the picture, but it's just getting used to this.
Sure.
This what I like about this, though, is we're going to go ahead and seal all that up. They've got sealant behind it.
Right.
We're going to caulk that. We're going to cap that with barnwood. We're going to cap this with barnwood. Right. It's actually even better because now they got this, and everything's solid in here. And the barnwood is really a decor.
It's just aesthetic.
It's an aesthetic thing.
That's great.
We're going to put barnwood up here, the barnwood stoop that goes in there. We've already talked about all that, the flower boxes, the little overhang for the picture window. We walked around it, and that's why I brought all this wood today.
Okay.
So barnwood is just it's a kind of an artistic thing.
It really is.
And it takes a little time for them to
And you don't
get
just
the use
go
for
and
it.
buy this. How do you get your barnwood?
Well,
I mean, don't tell your place.
well, they got a big barn back here. We're going to tear it down.
Oh, really?
What's that?
You could put that barn on, that we're gonna take that down.
Yep. He's got a big barn. He's got metal, old barn. So they're thinking about taking their whole barn down and use it. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be.
Instead of burning it down, they take their old barn and put it on here.
That is
Yep.
great.
Yep. So they're doing great. We're going to build flower boxes. We're going to cap that. They use barn wood, but they tried to use it like you did normal wood, you know, and that's what a lot of people do. And that's what I told them. I said, like this right here, man, to show this piece. See that, all that rough area?
Yes.
That's what you want to leave
Yes.
in your barn wood because it looks, this one kind of got me fired up. Can you believe I get fired up over wood?
Well, I can. It's so beautiful.
Look here.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at there.
We pulled this out of the truck, and I loaded this up in the truck last night. But see all this? That just looks, you could use that on the interior gable wall, is what we're going to put on the inside of the house.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yep.
And look, Randy, the nails.
You leave that in there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the character.
You got it. Now,
Yeah.
so let's show you. Here we'll have a stoop. We'll probably pull this off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And put a 1x filler and then cap that with barnwood right there. All right.
Beautiful.
They got the reverse stoop here. The electrical's in here with the box. They got the power box out front for their heat and air system.
Right.
The door swings the way it needs to be. And then, of course, it'll be on that particular model. It's been stained. Let me show you what they've done. I'll point out to it. This is something about their craftsmanship.
Yeah.
All right, and this is what I point out. You see all their cuts?
Yes.
How it's nice and tight?
Yeah.
You see this soffit? Look at that cut right there.
Yeah.
See how that fits right there?
Yes.
And over here? Right there. See how
Yeah.
tight? And all these cuts. That's good. And all their siding. Look at down their siding.
Yeah.
You see all them?
Yeah.
There's no big gaps.
Right.
They're good carpenters, you know. Let me show you their saw they use over here. I wish they could start it up for you.
I know.
But this is a gas powered, right?
I've seen this, yes.
It's a motor, and it's got a worm drive.
Now, what does
Okay.
that mean?
Well, this inside here spins. See that thing? It spins inside.
Oh.
It's hooked to their saw,
Okay.
which then spins and turns the blade
Okay.
because they
Wow.
cannot have electricity in
Now,
here.
is that gas?
That's gas powered.
So it's
Yep.
gas powered.
Yep.
Wow.
Now you're going to get your table saw the same way, right?
Table saw be on a belt driven.
Belt driven.
What does that mean?
It'll be a belt instead of this worm drive.
Okay.
Here, they'll have actually a belt hooked to a gas motor. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm learning, there are just boundaries that they can take technology so far.
Right.
You know, and
Can you mention that you asked, I can't remember which one that you asked, but said, can you drive an electric car?
yeah.
Can we say what you, I mean,
Well,
you push.
maybe
Amish.
they can use battery powered drills. And I thought, well, why can't they just sit on a drill that has wheels?
Randy's trying to
Right?
figure it out for them.
I was like, man, that's okay. Well, if you can do that, can't we hook some solar? They can't have electricity. I put solar across the street, and they can power everything, but they got electricity across the street where they can answer a phone.
Randy wanted to take a picture of just the back of them. Can I just show your boots? Can I show?
Yeah,
I already told him, and I wanted on. I'm recording. I want everybody to hear this. Randy's going to get them in trouble.
yeah. They'll be sinners
They'll
before
be
it's over.
sinners before this is over with. I'm telling
Their
you.
dad will be coming after me.
They'll have to move in with you at the shop.
Yeah, we'll be Amish. Yeah, but it's, I
Oh,
don't
and
know.
also Randy wanted some Amish clothes for himself.
I am going to be.
No, you're not.
And I'm talking.
No, you're not.
I'm going to be German.
Real quick, somebody asked, is it old German English or German language? I'm not sure what that means.
German Swiss mix. Now don't point your camera to him. Hang on, Jonathan.
I'm not going to.
All right.
Well, why
Just-
are you walking to them?
Just wait a minute. Come over here. Just keep pointing that way. Yeah. All right.
I'm not pointing to them.
Wait. Just get a little bit.
back up. I
Okay. Right.
swear you do.
Hey, say incredible tiny homes in German. You know what? How would that be? How about let's see. Thank you for watching. How do something like that? Say something. Thank you for watching. Yeah.
Are they supposed to talk? They're
On
not gonna-
von Stock nick nick.
Stop it!
They just said it. That wasn't me.
Stop.
Vielen Dank für watchen.
What was that?
Vielen Dank für watchen.
Del Stong for watches.
He probably said. He probably said, quit watching.
Yeah. Shut your mouth and go home. Randy, get out of here. You're pushing
oh
it.
my gosh.
Yeah.
What a mess you are.
Oh, you know what? They're funny. When I'm here, they go.
Stop.
You get them on, you can't. I know it. And then them little boys come out there, and they're all just
Oh, they're cute.
gabbing and carrying on.
Them little
And
girls are like, oh my gosh. And then that one little girl, the last time I was here, didn't she throw a rock at that one? I was like, oh, she's so cute. But she threw it at her brother, and
oh, they're tougher than nails,
gosh,
man.
you don't mess with them
No.
kids.
No, I've seen them. They were hanging off the balconies earlier, about the sweet set over on the porch. It was. They're like a little army.
Their poor mom.
All right, I'm going to take you inside.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm coming back down.
Pan around, I won't get them.
I'll be back here Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
And we'll bring their cabinets with them. As you can see, the cabinets, the refrigerator, the range hood, everything's ready to go up here. Let's see, what else we got? We got the plumbing for the shower. We talked about how to put the shower in, cutting it in. The mini split will go up here. We got a barnwood gable wall that will go in. They're all, as you can see, they're all V-grooved. They got the...
Because I don't believe you said the name of it, but this is supposed to mimic the best little hen house in Tennessee.
in Tennessee.
That's
supposed
in
to
our
mimic
gallery.
it. Yep. So if you want...
Where are they at?
yeah, they're right behind you.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep. So on the print, it did not have barnwood around any of the trim on the inside of the windows, right? It had some barnwood corners that come down. We're going to put in barnwood gable up in here. We're going to put a barnwood trim across the gable up in the interior so you can hang the ceiling fan on.
Right.
They did put the barnwood. I love this right here. They've sanded it down. It's nice and smooth. It looks good. The beams they have. The shower actually lower down. We always cut our showers 3 inches and drop them.
Right.
So you got more headroom when you get inside the shower.
Oh, so they'll be cutting that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we went over a whole thing about cutting this thing.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this. Everybody, especially the homeowner. You see this ceiling,
Yeah.
right? Look how tight that is across there. See, that's a nice cut.
Now, what did they build before? They've never built tiny homes, have they? They've just built their own homes, right?
Additions and homes and yeah, and in their family and culture, this is what they do.
Right.
Just little guys. They're little boys. When I brought some wood in here last time I was here,
Yeah.
I mean, what is he, 7? He's unloading a truck like a man.
Yes.
Not only was he just grabbing wood, he knew how to grab
How
it.
to grab it.
He knew the flow of where to put your body.
Right.
He knew to wait on me so I wouldn't hit him. I mean, it was just, you tell, he had already been in it for a while.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of refreshing to see that.
Yeah.
You know,
That
it
is really cool. Now, what I would like you to bring up is what has the challenges been? Because I know the partnerships are new. This is actually the first partnership, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Zach's actually was the
But
first, but he's local.
Yeah, it's like Zach might as well be in the shop.
Exactly.
Almost.
He's so close. But
This is the
here-
first one,
Yes.
and we're both working with each other.
Yeah.
That's why I'm interviewing 2 more people this week to help with our partnership back at the shop for organizations and inventories and all that stuff. We're going to build a team around this so we're efficient and we're good.
Right.
I've already talked to an IT company, so these guys can actually have a laptop and a camera.
Yeah.
And we can talk over situations. And then as we get larger and we have more partnerships, we can have actual virtual meetings where
Yes.
guys, I can tutor them, or we can say, hey, you know what, we've got a situation, we're going to change our protocol on something. Everybody tunes in. I can perform it. They can watch it on video and study what we're doing. I don't know. I'm loving it because you know what? The world is video,
Yes.
isn't it?
Now, and everything is being brought here too.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep. Everything
they don't buy
physically
anything here, yeah.
everything is physically here. Everything. And I go out of my way because I don't want them to forget one thing. It's not their problem to go to Lowe's and get something. They have to get somebody to give them a ride
Right.
to go buy stuff. And I said, hey, you know what? I don't care. I got to get back here. I'll be back here in a 3 days or send somebody. We're going to come back or install a gas water heater,
Right.
The mini split, help them with their shower, some other things. They've got some things they're going to be working on, the trim, finishing all that up. We'll be back in a 3 days. They did say they may have out of town, they have to go to a family emergency that may have to go to that.
Right.
But yeah, we're going to bring back probably a team of guys, 3 people that might, and we're going to video what we do so they can reference the videos too.
And two, and the partnerships where it is new, just like with anything new, we're doing a lot of new stuff
Yeah.
in the company. It is going to take a little bit of time, but when you get somebody who is skilled already, that's where it makes it easier for you to show them, right?
Yeah. And I'm sure there's people out there questioning, like, man, Randy, why don't you just get, a little bit bigger building and build 15 houses a month or something? That's quite a bit of homes, right, a year. And it is, but and I'm not actually doing partnerships to have 100 of them out there.
Right.
I'll never want to get that unless, I don't know, I just thought it was a great idea. These guys want to build tiny homes, right? Well, I was thinking, well, they can't move to Tennessee.
Right.
I thought, well, why don't we try it? Even if this is the only one we ever do. I'm
Right.
thinking, well, if we do this and they're building and they build a couple a month, good God, that's 20, 30 homes a year that we can add to our inventory.
Well, and it builds and it helps our company too because of having subcontractors, not having employees, different things like that.
And that's where I want to go in the shop. I really want to do. I've always wanted. I never wanted employees.
Right.
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the incentive program. I believe you need to be working by competition and all that's involved. That your work is not by the hour. You make a mistake, you fix it, and you will not make that mistake again if it costs you money.
And it interrupts it. But you want people to they take care of their own family with their own business.
Yeah.
You don't have to work for somebody else. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But this you want to tap into with you going. You're tapping into different types of skill that you would never have seen, or maybe they can teach us something.
You got it. You got it. I just think it's fun.
You did a great job. Yeah.
I'm just always thinking about doing different stuff. It's not, if we do production, that's great. But even if we lowered our production where we're at and increased our partnerships, I don't know where it's going. All I know is this is kind of cool. I like it. My concept of how I think work should be. So that's why we're doing it.
The rest of their building over here, they're not over here now. So they is this like a standard build?
That's a
like
standard, 40-foot truss in a pole barn.
Might be losing some signal. Let's go out here.
All right.
Where are they at?
I think they're on this side.
Okay. Wanda was asking, hey Wanda, Wanda was asking how from the shop.
It took us 3.5 hours to get here.
3.5. 3.5 hours.
Yeah. 3.5 hours from us. Yep.
Okay.
They've got a big 12-foot door that they're going to build later on if they want. But we're working with them. I like to see them. They're looking at maybe getting a batterized chop saw, table saw, some other things. They'll have a wood burning stove, and this is a beautiful shop. This is.
It was brand new.
Oh, they've invested, man. This was built for the tiny home company.
Is there any way maybe they can move over there and we'll show the other side?
Let me see if they're over there.
I'll turn it to this.
You guys over here? Okay, we're going to walk this way. All right.
I'm not pointing it at them.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, they good?
Yep.
Okay. So now, is this their tools? Is it normal, regular tools?
This is what we use.
Okay.
Yep. They can use battery tools and air-powered tools. Like their compressor, it's gas-driven, but it has a belt on it.
Oh, okay.
They actually have family members that build sheds, and the whole shop is with compressed air.
Oh.
Everything is ran with compressed air.
I'll probably take a picture of that because Tom's not seen it, has he? He'd probably want to see that.
Well, that's a typical.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He would know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me show this side.
Man, my back's itching.
Mine was too. Did you see me scroll?
But this
capacity is what? Just 2 in here to build? Two
homes right now.
Right now.
So they got the siding, as you can see, is up. It's nice. The vents on. Everything looks like that top board. So I look at it visually. Like I'll look at this window, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, it is the same. It's not cocked. It's not. I've seen tear out and redo. They're spot on.
Yeah.
It's tight fit. They've done well.
That's good.
They've done.
And now, how long did they stay at the shop? I forgot.
They've been off and on. They've been there probably 5, 6 times.
Right.
So they'd come. One time they brought their families and they stayed in a local cabin, in an Airbnb, and they stayed a couple, 3 days. And that's hard to bring 5 kids and 2 wives and, so.
That's great.
Yeah. But I wanted to bring you guys this build and show you. This is a venture that our company is venturing into about partnerships. And this is what, we're taking it slow. I'm building a curriculum. I'm building a team. I really think that as the partnerships can grow, that our building, the number of homes that we can build can be expedited quicker than a 4, 5, 6 month delay.
Yeah.
I don't, they're going to, you can say, hey, well, I want to grow with the growth of the company, right? So if we get behind 50, 60 homes and we're 5, 6 months out, I don't want that to happen. So, well, why don't we just slowly increase? And like we have our designers, they're part-time. I don't have a full-time, but they love design. One's a stewardess and one works as a designer in a local factory, building transmissions for John Deere.
Well, and one of the things I just want you to touch on really quick, talking about the partnerships, is people who come on, there has to be a level of skill.
Oh yeah, you can't come on there not knowing
Come on
nothing.
and learn how to build.
This is not a place to learn.
No.
You come on here, you already are a carpenter.
Yes.
You are skilled level. Either you're a skilled part-time level. You don't have to have done it for a living. I've got a lot of guys that know how to build homes, and they build beautiful additions to their own home and some friends. They are spot-on carpenters.
Yes.
They're a great candidate.
Right.
And it would be a great, think about it, if you had a garage, just half of this in your backyard. You're in Iowa, or you're down in Georgia, or wherever you're at. You can build one of these a month.
Yeah, but tell also about the time frame and things like that. When somebody gets, I mean, they can't get it and keep it for a year.
No, it can't.
Yeah.
There's a time frame. We tell them, hey, this is the estimate of time. Now, if they come and learn how to build these from us, we will show them how you can build this house in 2 to 3, 4 weeks, whatever it takes, right? And we'll say, hey, this is your area of grace period. Normally, almost all of our customers, can you imagine, a lot of them have been waiting a long time for their homes.
They have, right.
If we could say, hey, add another week to your build, the customers are going to be like ecstatic. They're even going to get it that quick, right?
Exactly.
And that's what I want to get to, where I don't like anybody waiting for their homes.
No, of course
So,
not.
but there will be a time frame.
But they have to be done right, and it has to be,
Yep. And so the more digitally we get, I mean, I have to come here as much. The more organized we get with our inventory, we won't have to come here as much. These guys were different because they couldn't stay and be trained.
Correct.
So I thought, you know what? I'll work with you. Let me drive back and forth. Let's see this. And it's worked out. You know, we're having to drive up here, but we're building a relationship. We're understanding who they are. And I don't know.
This is their second home, right?
Yeah, this is number 2.
Number 2, and it's almost complete. Now I'm going to pan down because I think they're inside there. Okay. Because I want to finish with you right here.
All right.
Okay.
Go. Yep. Yep. This is all that's left of them. There's no more Amish.
They've worked themselves out of their hat. You can't say that.
Oh, you never know, Amanda.
Oh,
You don't know who you're dealing with around here.
stop it.
Yep.
You're so bad.
So, everybody, thank you for tuning in. And we're going to probably load up and head out,
home.
get back to Tennessee and get back to the shop. But I wanted to show you our Amish partnership and what they're doing and all the quality they're doing. They just moved add to the shop, and you know.
Because they're building an inventory.
Yeah,
Kind of.
we're building. I bring stuff up all the time. They're either building shelving and all that. So yeah, they're looking forward to maybe even building their own cabinets in the future.
Right.
You know.
Good. Travis said, awesome video.
Cool. Thank you, Travis.
Travis is hard to impress.
Travis.
You can't impress Travis.
You know what? Every time I come on, I'm thinking, oh, I hope I can impress
hope
Travis. I
I
hope Travis likes me after this.
Does Travis like me
Yeah,
today?
if he can give me a thumbs up, I'll be so happy. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much.
I love it. Yeah, Travis is great.
All right.
Awesome.
We're heading home. We got lots to do back home.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Don't you put that on.
Bang, snock,
Don't
snick. I get a, oh, it's
You
nice.
are so, I ain't
Was snick, oh, lost snick, knock. Vink, snake, magni.
Stop it.
That's my hint, ma.
You know that has to be
German.
offensive.
I probably have just said something very bad.
You're so embarrassing.
I got a big head.
You do.
Both these guys. Look, look, I can't get it on top of
top hat on
my
you.
cranium is like enlarged.
It's a top hat on you. All right.
Yeah. Hey, watch. What if they're in there? Can they grab their hat, Amanda?
Randy, stop. Quit pushing them.
Let's see if they'll grab their hat, Amanda.
Randy, stop.
You'll know that they're really alive. Maybe they'll disappear.
Look, the hats will just disappear.
Can you grab your hats? Watch.
Let's see if they disappear.
I think they slithered out.
They might not be here.
Yeah.
There now.
All right. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you. We're heading back to Tennessee.
Okay.
All right.